This morning, the suspect convicted in a deadly Harmony apartment shooting now knows his fate. We'll have the emotional testimony straight ahead.
Plus, President Trump signing a bill to release the Epstein files. Ahead, why some legal experts warned the release could be delayed.
And the race for Middleton mayor is heating up. Ahead, who's now joining the race for the city's top job.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Thursday, November 20th. I'm Kyrian Lee.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's a bit foggy on the way into work this morning.
Yeah, I had to take things a little bit slower out there because, you know, that visibility real low out there.
Yeah, see for yourself here at the Beltline at Park Street. You can see things are a little bit foggy out there. Some parts of the viewing area are worse than this. So before you head out, just make sure you're taking your time. Just be a little safe. The extra distance between you and the car in front of you always helps too. So let's check in with a couple of folks who are live out this morning for us.
Yeah, we have meteorologist Savannah Brito and our Josh Sprider out live at Hilldale Shopping Center this morning. Hey there.
Hey, good morning to you guys.
Good
yes,
morning.
We're super excited to be part of this
Yes.
once again. I know you were in my place last year. Now we're doing it together.
Yes, T-minus 2 days.
Yes, I know. Michelle Renee's going to be out here with us on
Yes.
Sunday. You can see the tree behind us. It's beautiful, but we got to turn those lights
I
on.
know, it's not lit yet. That's what's happening on Sunday, North Pole Party.
Yes, the North Pole Party is going to be happening from 3 to 6 o'clock. We're going to be learning more about some of the family fun that you can be part of in the 608 this morning. And as far as the forecast, are we looking holiday-like, or what's the weekend looking like?
I think next weekend, so the weekend after Thanksgiving, is looking more holiday-like with colder temperatures. It's actually going to be warmer out here, so not complaining about that. The big story this morning, I don't know if you had fog this
Big
morning
time.
driving in, but I did too. So this is our current visibility map. We have a lot of the area that's waking up with patchy, dense fog. This is much more widespread than yesterday. It's because we have higher humidity levels, and there was a little bit of drizzle and mist on my windshield this morning. Platteville's currently at half a mile, Monroe's down to a quarter mile, Janesville at 1, and Madison is down to 2. So not as dense here in Madison. It's much more widespread and a little bit more on the dense side down towards that Illinois-Wisconsin border. So if you're traveling west or south of Madison, and just in general across Dane County, allow a little bit of extra time. We've had live shots through the show, but yeah, it's a little foggy, and you can see even on these snow globes over here the mist that we had this morning.
You know,
so
temperature-wise, though, it's not awful.
Yeah, not bad. We're actually sitting in the lower to mid 40s right now, so
I can feel
pretty
it, yeah.
warm.
Just that dampness. out
Yeah,
there.
you can definitely feel that too.
Well, all right. So a lot of fun ahead in the 608. We're going to be talking to Hilldale, of course, about how you can come out and be part of this on Sunday. We've got some carolers here, so we're going to hear
Excited
some
for
Christmas
that.
songs, which just gets really exciting as well, and also talk to some businesses too. So a lot ahead here in our 6 o'clock hour as we prepare for the North Pole Party on Sunday, guys.
All right, sounds like a lot of fun. We'll check back in just a little bit, guys. 6:02 now. The man convicted of a deadly shooting at the troubled Harmony Apartments in 2023 will spend the rest of his life behind bars.
The sentencing comes after a retrial for his role in killing Devon Grant. Prosecutors say Devontae Gafford and Mark Parks Jr. went to the Harmony Apartments after a drug deal turned into a robbery. Police found 60 shell casings at the scene. Yesterday, a judge sentenced him to life in prison. He may be eligible for extended supervision. After serving 45 years, he is not eligible for early release. In the courtroom yesterday, emotions ran high.
I just wish you would have just came and talked to me. And now one of us would be in this predicament we in now. But you chose to do what you thought was best for you. You thought you was the police officer, the judge, and the lawyer. You took matters in your own hands.
We wouldn't be sitting here if the boy in his game would have held him up at gunpoint with some of his kids, okay? We wouldn't be sitting here. That's the point.
Meanwhile, the trial for Mark Parks Jr., who's also charged in the murder, has not yet been finalized.
We're learning about the moments before a fiery crash on Madison's east side that killed a person. The Dane County Sheriff's Office says a deputy attempted a traffic stop, but the man did not stop and the deputy did not pursue. Witnesses saw the vehicle veer off Stoughton Road, cross the road, and crash into a tree. Officers arrived to find the vehicle on fire and took the man out. They pronounced him dead at the scene.
6:04 now to some national news. President Trump says he has made good on his promise after signing the bill calling for the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files.
This means the DOJ now has 30 days to release the files with some personal information redactions. Overnight, the president said on social media the release of the files, quote, will backfire on the Democrats and ordered the DOJ to look into possible links between Democrats and Epstein. One of those names Trump has floated around was former President Bill Clinton, who has repeatedly denied knowing anything about Epstein's crimes. Former federal prosecutor Tom Dupree warns those investigations could halt the release of some documents.
The Attorney General does have the power to determine that certain documents, if released, would jeopardize an ongoing investigation.
Overnight, the first survivor to report Epstein and his partner, Ghislaine Maxwell's abuse, said in part, quote, I hope to see the government make good on its promise of transparency and release the entirety of the files, not bits and pieces, not mass redactions, but the complete truth.
Meantime, the federal case against James Comey is now up in the air. Prosecutors revealing a grand jury did not get to review the final indictment. Prosecutors also said instead of presenting a new indictment, U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan opted to present an altered version to the foreperson. Those bombshell remarks coming during a hearing on whether the former FBI director's indictment should be thrown out. Comey's lawyers say that he's being targeted by President Trump for speaking out. In a statement, the Department of Justice merely told CBS News the government remains committed to following the law. Now, this all comes as a new Marquette Law School poll finds 55% of Americans now think the department has filed unjustified cases against President Trump's opponents. That belief was almost along party lines, with 48% of Republicans and 65% of Democrats saying that those cases were unreasonable.
Right now, a Florida Democrat is now being charged with stealing $5 million in federal disaster money tied to the The Justice Department claims Sheila Sheffield McCormick's healthcare company had been overpaid for a COVID-19 vaccination contract. They allege that money was then used to support her 2021 campaign after it was routed through several accounts. If convicted, the 46-year-old could face up to 53 years in prison.
Well, today, former Vice President Dick Cheney will be laid to rest. The 84-year-old who passed away this month was known for his influential role in the White House under President George W. Bush. Considered one of the most powerful VPs, his role in the Iraq War saw him leave office deeply unpopular. Recently, he became a harsh critic of President Trump, voting for Kamala Harris in 2024. Thousands, including former President Bush and Biden, will be at the service at Washington Cathedral today. But a source says that President Trump and Vice President Vance were not invited. In consumer news this morning, the impacts of that 43-day-long government shutdown are still being felt for those who are flying.
Our consumer reporter, Michelle Renee Quinn, breaks down a bill aimed at ensuring future shutdowns have minimal effect on air traffic controllers. Michelle Renee, what did you find out?
Chris, Kyrian, good morning. It's called the Aviation Funding Solvency Act. The bipartisan bill is introduced to guarantee air traffic controllers are paid during future shutdowns. Air traffic controllers are legally required to work, but were not paid during the shutdown. Many called out sick, triggering staffing shortages at airports all over the country. This as the workforce is already understaffed.
Failing to pay the workforce that keeps our skies safe is not acceptable and not sustainable.
Also to note, the Trump administration dropped the Biden-era requirement to pay customers for delays of 3 hours or more. That means cash compensation is going away for air travel passengers facing severe delays in the future. U.S. airlines are still required to refund passengers for canceled flights.
All right. Hopefully things will get back on track very soon. Michelle Renee, thank you for the update this morning.
Absolutely.
6:08 now to the race for Middleton Mayor. Alderwoman Lisa Hanairo is announcing her campaign for the city's top job. She represents the city's 6th district, which includes the Middleton Hills neighborhood. She's been representing the district since 2022. In her announcement, Hanairo cited population growth as a main reason for getting into the race. This now makes the election a 2-horse race between her and current mayor Emily Kuhn. The election is April 7th.
We now know who will address students graduating from UW-Madison this winter. Miss America 2023 and Wausau native Grace Vanderhee will return to UW-Madison as the keynote speaker. She earned her degree in nuclear engineering from UW while fulfilling her duties as Miss America. This year's winter commencement takes place on December 14th.
All right, a big honor
Yes, full circle moment for
she's
her.
just racking up the accolades.
Yes, love that.
Hey, coming up, we're talking sports. The Packers trying to overturn last year's 1-5 NFC record. Still ahead, our Packers writer Jason Weldy breaks down what Coach LaFleur is focused on ahead of some crucial matchups.
And also coming up in the 608, News 3 Now is helping kick off the holiday season. Take a look at those carolers. Josh Spider and Savannah Brito are live at Hilldale ahead of turning on the lights for their holiday tree this weekend.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Hey, we're back here at 6:13 in the 608. Hilldale Shopping Center gearing up to kick off the holiday season this weekend. And News 3 Now is once again proud to be a part of it.
That's right. But before we get to that, we're going to check in with meteorologist Savannah Brito, who is live at the Hilldale Shopping Center with your first WARN forecast. Savannah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I'm here with Josh. We're in the 608 previewing the North Pole Party and what's to come on Sunday. We'll get into all that in a little bit. The big story weather-wise this morning is the fog. So if you're headed out early, I would say mid to late morning is when we'll finally see fog clear out. But we do have some low visibilities this morning. No dense fog advisory. Some areas north yesterday were included in that, but Dane County areas west and to our south are under a special weather statement because of that dense fog. So you'll run into that, some patchy dense fog, especially down in Monroe. They're down to just a quarter of a mile. Janesville's currently at 1. Platteville's down to half a mile. So we're seeing that more widespread and dense fog to Madison south down across the Illinois, Rockford and Illinois-Wisconsin border. Madison's currently at 3 miles. Everyone across south central Wisconsin, though, is dealing with the fog. And you'll notice no one's at 10 miles. That's full visibility. But we will see that as we get closer to about 10:30 late in the morning. Drizzle, that's also in place this morning. Areas of light showers just because we do have higher moisture and humidity levels out there. So the fog and areas of drizzle, those are the big stories this morning. Later in the day, we will see temperatures rise to about 50. I did drop our high just because we will have a lot of cloud cover that sticks around today. So 49, I think, is what most of us are going to see. I do think a couple areas may hit 50 or 51, but most of us are going to be in the upper 40s as we head for later this afternoon. Thanksgiving holiday, we are going to track a breezy week and a warm start next week. I do think, though, as we get into that Wednesday, Thursday time frame around Thanksgiving, we will see a big temperature drop. So Monday into Tuesday, that's our next big system. Rain, temperatures are going to be really warm over the weekend into early next week. But for Wednesday, I think we'll have a couple of systems, one to our south and one to our northwest. So if you're traveling across Minnesota, south central Wisconsin and parts of northern Wisconsin, there will be snow. If you're headed towards Indianapolis, some rain. For Thanksgiving Day, we'll probably only have highs near 30 degrees. Still pretty cloudy. And then for Black Friday, I think that could be our driest day, but it's definitely going to be a lot cooler out there. Arctic air gets pulled in, and we're probably only going to have highs that are going to be near 20 and then probably down to the teens. So it'll be really, really cool heading into the holiday this year. I think we had that really big temperature drop for Thanksgiving into Black Friday last year too. And then the weekend after Thanksgiving was cold. So really similar setup to last year, unfortunately.
I know. We're super excited to be out here at Hilldale this morning.
Yes,
because
love good weather for this weekend.
Yes, it's looking great on Sunday.
Yeah.
We've got a whole party out here this morning. You can see the Capitol City Theater carolers are going to be singing here for us in just a second. They're going to be out here on Sunday. But first, I want to start with Amanda Stebbins this morning. Amanda, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Yes, absolutely. We're talking about the North Pole Party, of course. We are super excited to be part of this. And this is such a huge event for Hilldale and these businesses here.
Yeah, it truly is the kickoff to the holiday season here at Hilldale, and it's just an evening full of magic and joy and reindeer and Santa and all sorts of fun stuff.
You know, this is such a tradition for you, and why is it important for you to put on such a big event like this for the holidays?
It's so fun to just get involved in our community here at Hilldale and just celebrate them hanging in there with us and shopping early this holiday season and just having a time to hang out and celebrate the holidays is really special for us.
So let's talk about Sunday. You guys are going to be open from 3 to 6 with all these special events events going on.
Yes, yep. So it'll start at 3. We'll have live reindeer on the green. We'll have live music with the carolers. We'll have Sonora Strings performing on the stage by the tree throughout the evening. Our retailers have great offers, great deals. They're getting involved in the fun too. So there's really surprises at every turn.
You know, it's fun for us to see this year after year because the turnout to this is so amazing, and this keeps growing too.
Yes, it does. Last year was a nice day, and I think it's going to be even nicer this Sunday. So we're expecting big crowds, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
You know, when you look at the holiday season, it's so important for families. Obviously, those traditions, but these businesses, this is a crucial time for them.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of them are starting their Black Friday sales early during North Pole Party, so that's a good time to come in and at least scope it out. If you're not in the shopping mood and you just want to hang out, scope it out. Come back on Black Friday, Small Business Saturday. We're gearing up for the busy shopping season.
Yeah, and there really is something for everyone, including the Capital City Theater Carolers this morning, and they're going to give us a little song. I'm going to step in the middle. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing with you guys, but what are you guys going to be singing here?
We're going straight up Jingle Bells.
Straight up Jingle Bells. All right. All right, here we go.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed its lot. We got into a drifted bank and we got upset. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
You can come on out to Hilldale this Sunday for the North Pole Party, 3 to 6 o'clock, and have some fun with us. Savannah and I will be turning on the lights at 6 o'clock with Santa Claus. You're not going to want to miss it, guys.
Josh, thank you. The sounds of the holiday
Oh, they sound
spirit.
great.
We love it. Josh, thank you. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out on social media or email him.
Turning to the Packers now, we're just days away from their matchup against the Vikings.
But senior Packers writer Jason Wilde reports why Coach LaFleur is highlighting the importance of the first of 3 division matchups.
Good morning, everybody from Lambeau Field. The Packers went 1-5 in the NFC North last season, and so far this year they've had some instances where they've played down to the quality of their opponent. That's why Matt LaFleur has been reinforcing this week that while the Vikings are only 4-6 and have been very inconsistent, along with their young quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, Packers can't be taking anything for granted. We'll see if the Packers take care of business Sunday here against the Vikings at Lambeau Field. They have lost their last 2 games here, having lost to the Carolina Panthers and then the Philadelphia Eagles in their last 2 home games. We'll have full coverage of everything Packers on our website, channel3000.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for the Packers newsletter, which delivers that coverage directly to your inbox every single day. In Green Bay at Lambeau Field, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
Thanks, Jason. And then some Bucks news. Giannis will not be on the court tonight when the Milwaukee Bucks take on the 76ers. He injured his groin Monday against the Cavs. ESPN reporting he's going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks. Giannis having one of his best starts to a season yet. He was averaging 32 points and 11 rebounds a game.
Gonna miss his presence out there.
I hope he'll be back soon.
Yes. Well, still ahead, we are getting a preview of what to expect in the newest edition of Madison Magazine.
Hey, we're back with Madison Magazine food editor Emma Waldinger here to talk about the latest issue of Madison Magazine that drops this morning, and we are all about coffee in this edition.
All about coffee this month. We're really hoping that you get cozy with this issue, brew yourself a cup of coffee, or go to a local coffee shop and get yourself a festive brew and just dig right in.
So you got the cover story this month, and you went around to a bunch of local coffee shops and, just absorbed everything that they have to offer. What did you take away from your visits?
Yeah, I think that Madison's coffee scene is really unique. There's really something for everyone, from coffee shops that are a little more businessy to coffee shops that are a little more artsy, places where younger people might feel comfortable and places where older people are going to find community. It's a really dynamic scene, and I think it's just, it's really vibrant.
It sure is. Well, what else did you find? Anything that you can give readers that would help them improve their own coffee at home?
Yeah, absolutely. We did a little bit of that in this package as well. We looked at locally handmade mugs by artists. We also looked at some brewing tools to improve your at-home game. They're all available at local shops. And then also we talked to local roasters and we said, what is the best way to brew your favorite blend that you make?
Love that. All right, looking forward to it. It's all in this month's issue of Madison Magazine. Emma, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, we're going to leave you with the Hilldale scene this morning. Got some carolers who are going to send us to break. We're back after this.
Boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la.
The highly anticipated jobs report is set to come out. Why it's delayed and how it could affect your wallet.
And this morning, we're learning more about a former Beloit teacher facing serious criminal charges, what court documents reveal about alleged incidents involving students.
And the Bucks big man is banged up. We'll have a timeline on his recovery and when he could get back on the court. Good Thursday morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrian Lee. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. We just have 10 more days left of November.
Boy, is that it?
Yeah,
yes. Boy,
flying
it's the
on
20th
by.
already. Goodness gracious.
Yes.
All right, well, you need to know it's foggy out there this morning. We experienced it on our drives into work this morning. Here's a live look at the Beltline at Mineral Point Road. Things looking a little bit better out there. It was much worse when we checked in just a little bit ago. Before we get to the weather, we got a couple folks in the holiday spirit this morning we got to check in with.
Yes, we do. We have meteorologist Savannah Brito and our Josh Sprider live at Hilldale Shopping Center this morning, getting us ready ahead of the 608, but also for your morning commute. Good morning.
Hey, good
morning.
Yes, we're super excited to be at Hilldale Shopping Center this morning. Of course, you can see the big Christmas tree behind us, but there's something missing on the tree.
It's not lit yet.
So we are going to be once again helping Santa flip the switch on Sunday around 6 o'clock. It's part of their North Pole party.
I know. I'm so excited to be able to do it with you this year.
It's hard to believe. Yeah, the holiday season is here.
Yeah.
We were kind of talking off camera a little bit. That time is flying.
I know. 2 days, and then Thanksgiving is next week already.
Isn't that wild?
Insane.
But yeah, we're super excited to be out here at Hilldale. Of course, this is such a big time for business this time of the year.
Yes.
Of course, the holiday shopping season. So we're going to be talking to one of the businesses here that's actually on the newer side of things about what they've got going on this year. But of course, Santa's out here. The reindeer, you were talking about how much you love the reindeer.
Yeah,
There's
so cool to see.
much fun ahead. And if you're just joining us, we also have a little singing treat for you here today. Yes, the Capital City Theater Carolers are here. You'll hear from them in just a little bit. But first, let's talk about the forecast, because this morning we've got some fog. It's kind of a spitting almost outside. A little bit of drizzle.
Mist, drizzle, yeah, whatever you want to call it. We've got that. We've got the little pesky showers out there because we have high humidity levels and moisture. And that's also leading to some fog this morning. So if you are headed out the next couple of hours, allow a little bit of extra time just because you will encounter fog. The most dense is down south of Madison, down towards the Illinois and Wisconsin border. Some of those areas across Grant, Greene, Rock County are down to just a quarter of a mile. Monroe right now, one of the lowest areas, they're down to just a quarter of a mile. Janesville's at 1 and Platteville's at just half a mile. But after mid-morning, we are expecting that fog to clear out. Still looking at cloudy conditions, but at least temperatures, those are going to be pretty mild. 49 today, and we've got a stint of near 50-degree weather. That includes this weekend when we're going to be out here. So I'm glad it's not going to be freezing cold.
Can't complain about that because there have been some really cold years
Exactly.
before. Well, hey, a lot to look forward to ahead in the 608, guys, so stay tuned. We've got some fun for you on News 3 Now this morning.
All right, Josh and Savannah, thank you so much. We'll check back in a little bit.
All right, let's get to some of our top stories this morning. One of the most anticipated economic reports is set to come out today. That's after the government shutdown delayed the September jobs report.
The report could play a big role in the Federal Reserve's next interest rate decision. The release includes September's jobs numbers, along with updates on home sales and mortgage rates. The Fed relies on these reports to measure employment and inflation, the two targets in its dual mandate. But because of the shutdown, the Fed has been operating with incomplete data as it weighs future rate moves.
This report is going to go a long way into shaping all of those concerns about the U.S. economy and questions about what the Federal Reserve is going to do next.
Even before this data, it seems Fed officials are leaning toward holding rates steady next month, according to newly released minutes from last month's meeting. Rates already are down after 2 cuts earlier this year. Last month, the Fed lowered the rates to the lowest they've been in 3 years in an effort to help quell job losses. Now, futures show investors don't predict a third.
So that's going to impact Wall Street today. And there's this, a sigh of relief this morning for investors that feared an AI bubble could soon burst. Mega chip maker NVIDIA's latest earnings report topped lofty estimates by $2 billion. The results provided a pulse check on the frenzied spending on AI tech that's been fueling both the stock market and much of the overall economy since OpenAI released ChatGPT. NVIDIA earnings up 22% from the previous quarter, 62% the past year. Now NVIDIA projects even bigger earnings in the current quarter. NVIDIA stock up this morning in overnight trading about 5%. Markets also reacting. Dow futures up about 0.5 point this morning. S&P futures up more than a point, and NASDAQ futures are up about 1.5 points.
In more local news this morning, new details are emerging about retired Beloit teacher Andre DeCoke, charged with child sex crimes. A criminal complaint reveals assaults on multiple students over a decade ago.
The complaint says last year 4 people reported the retired teacher and coach to authorities. The students were middle school to high school age at the time of the alleged assault. 2 victims say DeCoke got them drunk and sexually assaulted them.
And in court yesterday, DeCoke's bond was set at $500,000, and he is prohibited from contacting victims and their families. Rock County Police suspect more victims and urge anyone with information to come forward. DeCoke's next court appearance is December 11th.
Now to a first warn traffic alert. A portion of Milwaukee Street will be temporarily closed starting today. The closure is because of a water main project that's being installed for a private development. It'll run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Drivers should go through Atwood Avenue using Walter Street and Fair Oaks Avenue. Officials say the work will continue into Friday with 1 travel lane open in each direction there on Milwaukee Street.
And take a look at this. Also on Milwaukee Street, Madison Fire is burning down the site of the old Voigt Farm. It's part of a controlled burn training. Now, this helps firefighters learn how to use the technology at their disposal and prepare for real emergencies. Lieutenant Brad Olson tells us what it's like to see a new generation of firefighters participate.
It's awesome. It really is. We have a very young department, and so having opportunities like this where we can get our younger members in, and even some of our older members, they can also mentor the younger members.
They'll be out there through today for training. No traffic impacts, but the city is reminding drivers to proceed with caution in the area.
Look at all those people watching. Boy, 6:36 now. An update from the state capitol, where lawmakers are no longer in a hurry to legalize sports betting. The assembly cast its last votes of the year and did not take up a bill that would have partially legalized online sports gambling. The legislation would have given tribal casinos the ability to own and operate sports betting online if it's run from their physical location. The bill's author says that it had the votes to pass, but they're in no rush.
I had a conversation with a couple members over the weekend that brought up some points that I hadn't considered yet, so we're going to work through those, and I expect that we'll be voting on it early next year.
The legislation also faced questions over whether the change in gambling laws should be a constitutional amendment instead of a bill. The bill's author argued there is no constitutional issue with the legislation.
Now to the Badgers. The top-ranked women's hockey team plays at home tonight.
Yeah, Badgers are coming off a tie with St. Cloud State. Tonight, St. Thomas coming to the Kohl Center. Puck drops at 7 o'clock. And in Bucks news, Giannis will be out when the Bucks take on the 76ers tonight. He injured his groin Monday against the Cavs. ESPN reporting the big man's going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks. Giannis was having one of his best starts to the season yet, averaging 32 points and 11 rebounds a game. Milwaukee is 8-7 and currently in 11th place in the conference.
Well, as part of Winter Weather Awareness Week, we revisit the First Warn Weather Team's Winter Ready special that aired in October. And today we are hearing from Dr. Megan with All for Pets. So Dr. Megan has been treating Alex Harrington's dog, our chief meteorologist, Loki, who has been suffering from allergies.
Yeah, she has a theory that when we head into the winter months with less snow, that it may be having an impact on pet allergies. Hear what she has to say.
When we have these warmer winters, we do see pets with allergies that are maybe itchy longer, maybe that have more like skin infections and ear infections, that they're lasting longer than we would expect them to, or they're having them in seasons when they might not normally have if they have seasonal allergies.
All right, you can hear more from Dr. Megan, including other winter safety tips for our pets at channel3000.com. You can watch to enter the Winter Weather Special there. And speaking of special, we got a snow shovel to give away.
Yes, we're announcing our fourth winner of our First Warn Weather Winter Shovel. So congratulations, Joy Probst from Watertown.
That's a lovely winter photo.
Yes.
Oh boy, it's coming, Kyrian.
Yeah.
Just looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, out there. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm just liking seeing the ground right now. I know you are a little indifferent about that, but hey, this shovel will come in handy this season.
It's a nice shovel. Quality shovel.
Yes.
There you go. You can advertise the First Warn Weather Team in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Whenever you're clearing the snow.
Yeah, it seems like a quality shovel here. But today, live at 4, you will get to meet Loki. Apparently, Alex is bringing him in and hear from his rescue service, ARVSS, on how you can help keep rescue animals safe this winter.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, tune in for what type of winter weather pattern we can expect in southern Wisconsin this year.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
And Black Friday is next week. I'll have what to be on the lookout for to get the best bang for your buck ahead in my Consumer Report. And we got a crew live at Hilldale Shopping Center this morning. We got the Carolers up early for you. We're going to check in with Josh Breider and Savannah Brito when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
6:43 on your Thursday. Hilldale gearing up to kick off the holiday season this weekend. And News 3 Now is once again proud to be a part of it.
Our meteorologist Savannah Brito is live at the Hilldale Shopping Center with your First Warn forecast. That's ahead of the 6:08. Savannah, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're inside one of the stores that is doing some deals for this upcoming weekend into Black Friday. So we'll have details coming up in the 6:08. The big story, if you're heading out this morning, though, is the fog that we're dealing with. We don't have a dense fog advisory like we did yesterday, but there is a special weather statement, mainly west and south of Madison. That's where the most dense of fog is this morning. Our lowest visibility still in Monroe this morning. They're at just a quarter of a mile. Janesville holds at 1. We're still at 3 in Madison, so we've been seeing little movement in these numbers through the morning. Fog is expected to lift by mid to late morning, heading into about 10:30. Most of us are still going to see clear skies. As far as cloudy conditions go, that's going to be in place, but the visibility, those are going to come up. I think northward, Wisconsin, Dells, Watoma, up near La Crosse, still going to see a little bit of fog. But then as we get closer to lunchtime, everyone's expecting those visibilities to come up to normal, which is 10 miles. No one's there right now. It's going to be mild. Like I said, a lot of cloud cover today, though, and I think that'll play a role in our temperatures only getting up to about 49 or so. A few of us may see a 50. Nonetheless, it'll be mild, and we're also dealing with some drizzle or areas of light mist because we do have higher humidity levels and moisture out there this morning. So something to keep in mind along with the fog if you are traveling the next about 2 to 3 hours. Holiday travel next week. I started with this Monday night into Tuesday. We will have some widespread showers moving in south across Wisconsin. So a lot of the region going to be dealing with showers if you're heading to Minnesota next week, somewhere Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, parts of Iowa and Missouri. But then I think temps will be warm at that point in time. As we get closer to Wednesday, that's when temperatures start to cool down. We're looking at the mid-30s, mixed precipitation, snow to our northwest, rain to our southeast if you're heading towards Indianapolis. For Thanksgiving on Thursday, We'll have highs in the lower 30s, just about 30. A cooler air mass definitely gets pulled in with mixed precipitation southwest across parts of Iowa and then also mid-Missouri. For Black Friday, highs are going to only be in the upper 20s at best. So a lot cooler for Friday if you're heading out to shop next Friday or Saturday. Both of those days we are expecting highs only near about 29 or so. So it will be pretty cold outside. I'm just looking forward to the warm weather we're going to be dealing with, Josh, here this weekend for the North Pole Party.
Speaking of warm,
Yeah,
what do you think of these robes?
They are so comfy. Look at these.
So normally,
Oh my gosh.
this is the moment of the show that I'm dressed as Santa Claus,
Yeah.
and they had the suit for me. But here at Allure, Sarah had these robes, and she's like, "Would you like to have a robe on?" And I'm like, "Why?
Absolutely.
Yes, I would. Look how stylish they are, and they're warm."
So warm.
And speaking of Allure, we've got Sarah joining us in her own robe this morning. Sarah, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us on this morning.
Yes, absolutely. Tell us about your beautiful store here.
Well, we've been open for just about 2 months. We're thrilled to be here at Hilldale. We are a family-owned Wisconsin-based business, and we primarily focus on bra fitting.
So what is a weekend like this North Pole Party? This is your first big event.
Yeah, we're very excited. We've heard a lot about the North Pole Party. We've heard about live reindeer, Santa, the tree lighting.
And this is an awesome opportunity for folks to be able to come out and see what your business is all about.
Absolutely. We are going to be doing gift wrapping, and donations from the gift wrapping will go to the Boys and Girls Club. We also are offering 10% off anybody who brings in 2 non-perishable food items, which will be donated to River Food Bank.
Oh, I love to hear that. So you obviously are a business. You're looking for business this holiday season, but you're also about community, it sounds like.
Oh, absolutely. We're thrilled to be here in Madison. We've wanted a Madison store for a long time, so we're very happy to be here.
Well, what do you think about me and my robe this morning? Do you think I look stylish?
Perfect. I love it. You're styling it great, Josh.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for
Great sport.
keeping us warm here this morning. Sarah, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
And of course, we've had them on all morning, and we've got to leave you with one more treat. We've got the Capital City Theater Carolers. There we go, joining us again, guys. So take it away.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm dreaming of
All right, there you go. Sing it, Kyrie on.
No, I would
No.
mess up the harmonies. I was going to, but I'm gonna spare the people this morning.
What are we singing for?
This is beautiful. I love Christmas music year-round, so this just gets me in the spirit.
All right, I'm turning it on today. I'm doing it.
Yes.
Christmas music starts today at the Stanford household.
Yes, I mean, yeah, it should be on whenever. But whether you're out Sunday at Hilldale or Black Friday shopping next weekend, consumers are getting ready to open their wallet.
That's right. So our consumer reporter, Michelle Renee Quinn, is in this morning sharing what you should be looking out for this time of year. Hey there, Michelle Renee.
Hey, good morning. The National Retail Federation forecasts the first $1 trillion holiday season ahead, and buyers need to beware. Due to tariffs, some tech and toy manufacturers have made changes to trim their costs. Now, some of those changes may include removing the batteries from toys, making them a separate purchase, to even changing the packaging. Purchasing items brought in before tariffs took effect may help consumers save, but retail experts say you need to do research, especially with the tech, to make sure that it's worth it.
We've seen quite an increase in people shopping, refurbished versions of models of things that they are interested in order to get that, kind of extra savings. My biggest recommendation to anybody going that route is to just read the fine details.
For online shoppers who think they found a big deal, double check where the item ships from. The de minimis rule had long kept low-value packages entering the U.S. tariff-free. That rule allowed one shipment of goods per person per day valued at or under $800 to enter the U.S. free from duty and import tax, and that exemption ended in August. And if you're skeptical about the sale, asking yourself, is this actually saving me money? There are tools you can use to check if the advertised discount is a real deal. With a quick Google search, it'll show you the price insights featured on its shopping pages to help determine if something is priced higher or lower than usual. And price tracker apps like Keepa and Carmelizer are there to help as well.
All right, good information, very timely. I have to check out some of those resources.
Yeah, to look at some of those apps there. Not familiar with them. Okay.
Good luck.
Michelle Renee, thank you. Coming up in the morning sprint, an urgent warning from the FDA that could prevent illness in your baby.
Got a little kiddo turning 3 soon? Let us know. Send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. .54, time for the morning sprint.
Today, one of the most anticipated economic reports is set to come out. That's after the government shutdown delayed the September report. Today's report could influence the Federal Reserve's next rate decision. Minutes from last month's meeting suggest the Fed is leaning toward holding rates steady.
The Justice Department now has 30 days to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. It's after President Trump signed the bill into law. The measure passed the House Tuesday and moved through the Senate unanimously. Victims are urging the files be released in their entirety.
Davonte Gafford found guilty for his role in the shooting death of Devon Grant at the troubled Harmony Apartments in Madison in 2023 will spend the rest of his life in prison. It comes after a 2024 trial where a jury found him guilty for possessing a firearm as a felon, but declared a mistrial on the homicide charge. The trial for Mark Parks Jr., the other suspect, has not been finalized.
The FDA says it's receiving reports that recalled ByHeart infant formula is still being found on store shelves in multiple states. The formula is linked to at least 31 cases of infant botulism. The agency says it's working with retailers and state partners now to ensure an effective recall. No deaths have been reported. The FDA and CDC are investigating.
Giannis will not be on the court tonight when Milwaukee takes on the 76ers. He injured his groin Monday against the Cavs. ESPN is reporting that he will be out 1 to 2 weeks. Giannis was having one of the best starts to a season. He was averaging 32 points and 11 rebounds a game.
All right, we got some fog out there.
And we're tracking a few areas of fog this morning and drizzle. We are expecting a cloudy day. Overall temperatures are going to be near 50 this afternoon. We're not far from that right now. It's mild, just dealing with the mist and fog. We're going to be near 50 Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then for the further into the week of Thanksgiving, that's when I think temperatures are going to drop. We'll have a pretty big system Tuesday that'll bring us widespread showers, and then a lot cooler. The air mass is going to drop our temperatures down to 36 Wednesday, 30 Thursday for Thanksgiving, and then on Black Friday, 28.
All right, thanks, Savannah. CBS Morning's coming up next. We'll leave you with the Carolers at Hilldale.